left here on court 2, and we're getting into men's doubles action as Christo and Toma Jr. Popov take on Liang, Wei-Keng and Wang Chang, the number 3 seeds from China. That's what's coming up here very, very shortly. And looking at the men's doubles draw, I can tell you that the winner of this match will play Man and T of Malaysia, the young pair, after they were given a walkover with Choi and Kim withdrawing. And then potentially in the quarterfinals could be former world champions Hoki Kobayashi or former All England champions Fikri and Molana awaiting them. That's what's coming in the future. We're going to focus on the now and the action at hand. Popov brothers of France taking on Liang and Wang of China. Well, I tell you what, Liang and Wang have been a very, very exciting pair to watch. They have risen the ranks very quickly, find themselves seated number 3 on what is their World Championships debut. That's what's fantastic. As we see the Popov brothers come through that glamorous entrance. Christo Popov, the younger of the 2 on the left, and Toma Jr. Popov, 24, the elder brother, who leads the way. Well, both these men also play the men's singles discipline, and I would say are more successful in the singles discipline, but enjoy playing with each other, and therefore they formed the doubles partnership. For Liang Wei-Keng and Wang Chang, well, this is a partnership that kind of came together in May of 2022, and I have to say I am very excited to see them on the World Championship stage, because can I just tell you that about a year ago, in fact, if I say exactly to this week a year ago, they were ranked 88 in the world. Before that, if you rewind that back by a couple more months, they were 400 and something in the world. And here we are, fast forward, and the number 3 seeds on their World Championship debut.
Yeah, that is a really fast progression. Obviously, China, very good at producing champions pretty much out of thin air. But in comparison, you know, the Popovs would have been partnering each other since they were probably 4 years old. So they're going to be very familiar with each other, probably work very well under pressure. Whereas the Chinese pair, yeah, not a super long-standing partnership.
But they have found success quite quickly. It's the first meeting between the 2.
One service and Toma is at this side, okay? Okay.
And we saw the Chinese pair win the toss. They've chosen to serve. Wang Chang will serve. And it'll be Toma Jr. Popov who will receive. They've decided to stay on the near end of the court. But wow, what a matchup this is. I think this is like almost like the future of men's doubles badminton on display, though many would argue that Liang and Wang have already arrived, given that they're seeded 3rd. Both young players, 22 years of age, are the 2 Chinese pair players. And then, of course, we just saw Christo Popov is 21, his brother's 24, so there's a lot of badminton in them, of course.
Yeah, many years to come, hopefully, of seeing these guys
lock horns.
Yeah, lock horns and get even better as players and show us a higher level of badminton, more entertaining.
Well, they saw off the German challenge of Lamsfus and Seidel in the first round. The Popov brothers, 44 minutes, 21-18, 21-18. So a comfortable, close but comfortable win for them. And now they find themselves up against, of course, Chinese pair as a result, who will be playing for the first time on the courts, ranked 3rd or seeded 3rd and ranked 3rd in the world. The highest ranking they achieved was number 2, and that was in January this year. And that's how quick the rise has been. Liang Wei-Keng, 22, as is his partner Wang Chang, also 22 years of age. And, well, they have a win-loss record in 23 of 30-9. In the second round, it's 7-2. Their 2 second-round losses coming at the Indonesia Masters and at the Japan Open, which was incidentally their last tournament. They received a bye in the first round here because they're seeded. In the Japan Open, they lost to Koga and Saito, who just were knocked out of the World Championship not so long ago by Liang and Wang. We just saw them play that match on court 4. And they are out. So Koga and Saito were the ones who beat them in the second round in straight games at Japan Open. And that was their last tournament. So they've taken some time off since and come together to hopefully make a large impact on the World Championships, Liang and Wang. We see Eiji Nonoguchi of Japan in the umpire's chair, and he's joined by Charles Wang of Chinese Taipei in the service judges chair. It's a different story for the Popovs, whose win-loss record this year has been 6-15. But in the second round, it stands at nothing because they haven't made it past the first round this year in any of the knockout tournaments. So they've played group stages and made to the quarterfinals, like in the European Games or the team championships.
Yeah.
But when it comes to knockout tournaments, they haven't been able to get past the first round, which I'm sure weighs heavily on their mind.
Yeah, and the Popovs uniquely do something that isn't really seen in the badminton world, in the men's singles, men's doubles, by anyone else at this level, really, of playing 2 events, each of them. So they both are very highly ranked in the men's singles as well as their men's doubles, which is, you know, top 32. So they're playing 2 events at all these tournaments, which if they're making it through a few rounds, that's 2 matches a day, which can be, you know, 2-3 setters, 2 1.5-hour matches, which takes a huge toll on the body.
You're right. I mean, especially because it's so rare to see singles play doubles. I mean, you see men's doubles and mixed doubles, or women's doubles and mixed doubles, but to see singles play doubles is unheard of nowadays in badminton.
Yeah, and to be so successful in both is really unique. I think that doubles has actually come a long way over the last year and a bit. They were probably both focusing a bit more on singles previously, and now with the results of their doubles and the Olympics so nearby, they're obviously having a shot at the doubles as well, so that they can both qualify instead of just one of them qualifying in the singles.
This just finds the outside line.
1 love.
You get the feeling that they'll have to hit the ground running here, the Popovs, because there's not going to be much room for them to experiment with conditions and stuff like that when you're playing the quality of the Chinese pair.
But another thing with having 2 events is they get double the amount of court time. I've talked a lot about court time here and getting used to the drift, so maybe they have hacked the system where you just
maybe that is what you need to do.
Yeah, I should just sign up for some women's singles just so I can get used to the drift.
Left it. And that was the right decision.
2-1.
And Christo, the younger one, is of course left-handed, so they'll be very familiar with using their left-right combination to their advantage.
Yeah, it would require adjustment by the Chinese. It's not often that you play left-hand, right-hand combos.
1.
That's something that they would have made notes of in their preparations also. Oof. Straight onto the net, that one.
Service over. 2-3.
They won the India Open, Thailand Open, finals of the Malaysia Open, and the Singapore Open. This is Liang and Wang I'm talking about. It's been a young but successful career. 3 titles and 6 finals on tour since May 2022. That's the impact they've had. And at a time when Chinese men's doubles is kind of going through a little bit of a transition. They don't have an outright winning pair.
Yeah, definitely.
Service
They're
over.
really trying to get the next generation through and fill that gap in the top 10, top 5 that they're typically so strong in.
Slower shot. That was
5-3.
a little too late to react for the Popovs, but take nothing away from the quality of that shot, especially when he had the smash and then followed it up with the slower shot. He did get to it. He looked like he was going to smash as well, the way he positioned his body.
Yeah, great deceptive drop shot.
Play. Service over. 4-all. Sorry, 4-5. Service over.
They do
6-4.
mix up their shots really well, Liang and Wang. And generate a lot of power behind their smashes, especially Liang Weikang.
7-4.
The Popovs just seem to be struggling with the pace a little bit here.
It's so much quicker when you play men's doubles as well, so the reaction time can be really hard to get used to.
4.
The lifts are just a bit too flat and short here. Struggling with the slow shuttle to get it all the way to the back off China's strong smashes.
Strong at the net, Liang Weikang showing his
9.
overall ability. He just stood there. Did not let go. Finds the gap. Ooh, left it late. That's good work by the Popov brothers.
9.
Came back into that rally quite well. He did well to play it down in the middle. It's Mr. Popov. Oh, ooh. Miscommunication there, but they recovered well.
Lucky Thomas just a bit taller.
9.
There's a look after that point by the elder brother.
Service over. 10.
They're really just struggling when they get into this fast defense to get the lifts in. They really need to get the lifts to the back or just play a block in front. Stop trying to hit the half-court lift.
Good defending by Toma Jr., but they challenge that.
Challenge is called
Liang Weikang.
in.
It's called in. It is in. In fact, it couldn't be better positioned.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
Point going Popov's way.
Service over. 7-10. Play.
Good rally.
Hold.
He just
Service
took
over.
on a barrage of attacks there.
7.
Christo Popov. And in the end,
Много внимавайте в началото им се
Liang
връзвате
and
малко на
Wang
плоските игри. Спокойно. Защита спокойно.
secured the point, 11-7 at the break.
It was definitely going out, but he couldn't dodge it.
Вкарвате скорост да ги държите в разиграване. Там ви е силата на вас. И от задна линия Дис матч е
4-point
достатъчен
lead now
крос.
after 9 minutes played.
Пикет по диагонала и от тази страна също може да слайс пред тебе, ще умина брат ти през дясната ръка. Малко раздвижете ги. Движете ги. Имате ръце, трябва да ги използвате. Или че сте добре на терена, готови сте. Трябва просто един момент, в който ще му дола него да им зачука. Това е. По-разно, спокойно. И като тръгнеш, спред си мело. Тръгнеш напред, веднага завъртете се. Тръгна ли той, завъртете се веднага. Не двамате в един гол. Айде, момчета. Айде.
И тръгна напред. Да правим план диагонал. Това е само трябва гепиш. Ще върна, казах.
11-7. Play.
Eleven-7 up. Liang and Wang, the number 3 seeds. Well, the Popovs have done well to
Service
just
over.
make sure that the match doesn't get out of hand. Stay within touching distance. But a lot of badminton to be played yet.
Service over. 12-8.
It's another good rally. They stood their ground.
Service over. 9-12.
Their dad there as the coach. And I think what he was trying to get them to do in the interval was to play a little bit more cross and into both their forehands, which they did in that rally.
Hi!
10-12.
It's 2 quick points. Make it a 2-point game as a result. How quick are these exchanges
Service over. 13.
between the
10.
two pairs? Doesn't really give you much time to think or, you know, try and re-strategize.
Yeah, it's totally reactionary. You're just hoping the message from your brain to your hand remembers everything from training because you have no time to rewire that, rethink that. It's all just
Service over.
whatever you've been
11,
training.
13.
That was really
Service
hard
over.
shot to return
14.
for
11.
Thomas Junior Popov. And so they stay ahead. Liang and Wang. But the attacks on the backcourt at the moment are
15.
paying dividends.
11.
Yeah, the Popovs just really need to try stay out of those fast exchanges. They need to try and get the attack as much as they can. But it's hard to win the net here. Such a high level of skill and touch coming around the net from their opponents.
16-11.
Go!
17-11.
Taking charge of this game now, Liang and Wang. Trying to make sure that they
Service
hold the
over.
advantage.
12-17. Service over. 18-12.
Well, I have to say, just looking at the results in the past, the Popovs have yet to record a top 10 win as a pair. So when this fixture came up, knowing that they were playing world number 3s, that must have been...
I think their first round win, though, against Mark and Marvin, they would have been a higher ranked pair.
They would have been, yeah, but
Yeah.
they've just not been able to get a top 10 win
Yeah.
yet. I say
Still-
yet because it's, as I said, they're young players, they're up-and-coming stars.
Imagine if they focused on doubles as well.
20 game point.
Maybe they could
12.
level up.
2012, Liang and Wang, 8 game points. That's right in. And it's well placed. So it's Liang and Wang who take the first game, 21-12. It's been the
12.
smashes from the back that's really been effective for the Chinese pair.
不错啊，他们
And it sees them
这边会好
take
攻
the advantage here.
啊，这边顺风会好攻赢，他们也是会顶，所以我们发球发球拿球，他们拿好的时候就太有压力啊，然后自己弹高的时候正常啊，这样就幅度稍微起来一点就没问题，然后这里抽的有加持有球速的时候，断起来发挥进攻，你攻的时候也是啊，上往他深一点，他觉得比较难受，然后再结合其他的重攻，包括边线中路啊，把它攻出来就 OK 了啊，保持这个速度很好啊，然后自己跳球试一下，看看，好，走。
По-якия да бъде, повече дълги сервизи да му биете. Това много бързо тръгва напред и прави много филета. Чуйцо, айде, сега сте от хубавата страна, сега те са от хубавата страна, няма искат много дигат перото, стойте напред. Просто при всяко, като играеш късно на филето, следвай си перото. Не дей се дърпате назад. Защото някой път играете късно, двама цити и дупи, те виждат и пак ви повтарят в мрежата. Като играете късно, следвай си перото. Да, точно така.
Когато аз като взема на страна, ти трябва да вземеш тук, те правят диагонал и няма никой всеки път.
Не.
Горе перото и ми спука друга край.
Не, спокойно, позитивно. Всичко е наред. Просто когато се играе филето, следвайте перото, не стойте и да трябва да тръгне да покрие мрежата. Това е. Айде.
I don't speak Bulgarian, but I'm pretty sure the dad had to settle a little rift there and tell them to be positive.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely getting a bit frustrated with the scoreline and the barrage of attacks coming at them.
Got
Second
to
game.
try and
Bubble.
see how else they can
Play.
change the way this game is being played, because that first game was really all won from the backcourt for the Chinese. And I think it's because it's so quick. And the pair of Liang and Wang are so in control of the points at the moment that they're not really given any time to
Service over.
think it through, which is why coach, the father, has to try and put things into perspective.
Yeah, I think they really have to fight for the net in the mid-court to get the attack, but the skill of the Chinese is so strong around there that even them trying to fight around the net, they come off second best quite often as well. So it's that or give the attack away and try and defend their way out at the moment.
2-0.
We're drawn, unfortunately, against the best Chinese pair in the men's doubles game at the moment. There are a couple of others in the mix, but Popov brothers have to try and meet this challenge, playing the most informed Chinese men's doubles.
If anything, they just need to slow it down a little bit more and use their kind of singles shots, the placement. Christo blocking in there was good. Just trying to take the pace out of the rallies, use some stop drops, some control from the backcourt. Just to give themselves some time, because it's the faster shots, the power that's coming back at them that is where they get in trouble.
I think so. I think they're getting sort of thrown off by the pace of the exchanges at the moment. 3-all. We saw in the first game that they
4-3.
also had a fairly close start, the Popovs and the pair of Liang and Wang, till about, I'd even say 5-3, 5-4. It was pretty close, and then
4-0.
Liang and Wang started opening up the gap. Never got back to being that close again in the first game, and you see it play out in a similar fashion here.
5-4. Six, 4.
Good reactions from Toma Jr. Popov. Very well defended.
5-6.
Not only did he absorb that attack really well, but then look at the change of direction. Both Liang and Wang were standing on the left-hand side of the court. They'll try and extend these exchanges. Anything that's 3 shots or 4 shots or less, you feel the Chinese who have the advantage. Still a point difference. Best finish this season for the Popovs was getting to the semi-finals of the European Games, where they lost to Lane and Wendy in straight games. That was their last tournament, so it's been a break, quite a break. Haven't won a title on the World Tour as a pair. Last final coming back in 2019 at the Italian International, where they lost to Germany's Geis and Volker in straight games. They have to go a year further back for their last title. That was at the Bulgarian International Challenge. Second World Championships appearance for the Popovs. And this is already their best outing at the tournament. They exited in the first round last year, lost out to Terry He and Lo Ken Hien in 2 games.
11,
They stayed
6, interval.
stoic in the mid-court area, Liang and Wang. Even the shorter exchanges were maneuvered so that they let the Popovs try and give chase. And so it's 11-6 at the break to the number 3 seeds.
Няма смисъл да добиеш те пара, като си сигурен. Контрол, чакай, дай ти възможност малко да играят. Те нищо не играят, те бият само себе си, чакат. Айде. И на ротура на сервиза, ако ви е труден, ако е хубав сервиз, да играй назад, по-добре да му махнете перото, който му лете бавно по главата. Айде, спокойно. Ръцете горе и спокойно. Като перата ги бутате напред, дигайте и стойте ниско долу през. Айде, точно така, повече контрол, стойте, вкарайте ги в разиграване. Айде.
Back and court. The 4 players. And that was a good smash. Straight down from Liang Weikang. I've seen him use that muscle quite frequently in this match. 2018 bronze medalist at the World Junior Championships, Liang Weikang, but that was with a different partner because Wang Chang won that World Junior in 2018. Was the gold medalist with another partner.
7-12.
So they've both tasted success at the junior level. How far can they go with the seniors? I would say they're pretty strong contenders at the moment, especially at this start that they've made here.
13-7.
6-point lead.
Service over. 8-13.
That stops a 4-point run. Look at that from Wang Chang at the net. So strong. Good defense. Yeah, makes the most of the empty space at the back court, Wang Chang. That is extraordinary vision.
14-8.
He knew exactly where he wanted to play that shuttle. Wang, even though Toma Jr. gave chase.
Show her.
Sorry, Christo Popov gave chase. It was a little too late. Six-point lead restored.
14-8. Play.
He's ready for the slower drop. That's out. It's well left.
Yeah, well worked rally by the Popovs. They really have to take that initiative to play the soft shots, the blocks around the net, and just really run in, put the pressure there.
Service over. 15-9. (16-9).
Low serve, proving effective there. A little bit cheeky. He left it really late to play the shuttle back.
Service over. 10-16.
Unfortunately, it landed out. Yeah, Wang Chang has also shown off his net skills in the second game.
17.
He's been really
10.
strong at the net.
And that's what the Chinese need to do now, knowing that the Popovs are trying to really play around the net more, get their attack. The Chinese just have to stay super alert there.
17.
Stay sharp.
It's called out.
Service over.
Liang and Wang are slowly edging
11.
towards the win now. It's called out again. So
19,
misjudgment on the length
11.
from the older of the two Popov brothers there.
Service over. 12. 19.
Play patiently here. You know it's a big gap to cover.
Little cheeky drive serve there
Service
by
over.
Christo.
20. Match point 12.
It's 8 match point opportunities now. Make that 7.
Service over. 13. 20. Out.
Well, service error means that it's Liang and Wang who secure a straight games win, 21-12, 21-13 over Christo Popov and Toma Jr. Popov. And just under half an hour, 29 minutes to be exact. But that was a confident show by the number 3 seeds against tricky opponents.
21-13.
They came through quite comfortably in the end. So 29 minutes, straight games win, and Liang and Wang are through to round 3. Loads of fans here at the Royal Arena. It's only filling up slowly but surely as we get into the later stages of this tournament. Great to see badminton being appreciated as we await another men's doubles match here on court 2, and it's another Chinese pair in action, Run and Tan, as they take on the former world champions Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi. That's coming up next. from Copenhagen, Denmark. We are coming to you live for the TotalEnergies BWF World Championships 2023. And here on court 2, we're into the final match of the day, day 3, that is. And it's the men's doubles matchup between China and Japan, Run and Tan taking on the number 5 seeds, Hoki and Kobayashi.